So today I'm going to be filming a video on my weight loss. I have lost a total of 30 pounds. I first weighed 177 and then I went from 177 to 147. So that's what I currently weigh, 147, and I can't even believe that at one point I weighed 177. It still shocks me every time I think about it. I will try to insert a few pictures here so you can see my before. Yeah, so I don't want to make this intro super duper long, but if you want to know how I lost my 30 pounds, then please keep on watching. Okay, so my weight had always ranged between 140 and 150, and it wasn't until about my last 2 years of college, mainly my last year of college, that I gained a lot. Yeah, I had gained, oh my gosh, I went from being around 145 pounds to 177, I think. Yeah, 177 pounds was the most I have ever weighed, and that's how much I weighed kind of towards the middle of this year. So around back in May, I was weighing that much, and I couldn't believe it. And I don't know, when I don't know, when I would look at myself in the mirror, I didn't really see myself as being a big person. I just I don't know, I thought I was average, but I didn't feel healthy. I felt very sluggish, and I felt very, I don't know, I felt gross. I didn't feel, I don't know, I wanted to feel healthy, and I just did not feel healthy. And I would go to the gym. I've had a gym membership ever since my senior year in high school. But during the last year, my last year of college, I wasn't going as much as I used to, and I started eating out a lot more than I was used to, mainly because, I don't know, every time I would hang out with my friends, we'd be like, oh, what do you want to do? Oh, let's go eat, or, you know, or with my boyfriend, it would be the same thing, like, what do you want to do? Oh, let's go eat, let's go to CPK, or let's go to Chipotle, or, you know, it would just be a social thing. Eating out started to become a social thing. So, you know, obviously all of that caught up to me. The lack of exercise, and then eating out a lot, and stress also caught up to me too. I started stressing out a lot more during my last year of college. I don't think I've shared with you guys, but I do want to be a teacher, so so in my last year of college, I needed to make sure that I was going to be set for the next coming year. So for me, it was to join the credential program, to get my teaching credential, and that was stressing me out, you know, just making sure that I was going to get into the program that I wanted, making sure that I had everything ready for it, and then making sure that I had everything ready for graduation. All of the stress, and, you know, on top of that, it's still regular classes are still going on, so I still needed to make sure that I had, you know, good grades. So all of that stress really started building up, and then, like I said, lack of exercise, and then eating out a lot more than I was used to, and not drinking water. I was drinking a little bit of water here and there, but I wasn't drinking a lot of water. All of those things caught up to me, and I gained weight, and it was the most I've ever gained. Like I said, I went from being 145 to 177, and I could not believe it. And like I said before, it didn't really hit me. Like, I just knew that I didn't feel healthy, but I did not think that I was 177 pounds. It was crazy. Oh my goodness. I did not think that at all. So, graduation day came, and it was, of course, you know, it's a very exciting day for me. And, you know, of course, on your graduation day, you take tons of pictures. And, oh my gosh, looking at those pictures, when I saw those pictures, I was just like, oh my goodness, like I wasn't huge or anything, but you can just see in my face that my face was more like round, and then, I don't know, like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness, like, I've never been this big before. I really wanted to join it. I thought it was a good program. I know a few people who joined the program and they've lost weight through Weight Watchers, so, you know, I've heard a lot of good testimonies about it, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I heard it works, I really want to try it out. But the money was an issue, and I didn't have enough money to join, so I was like, no, it's like, I'll just try to do it on my own. So from January to May, I tried doing it on my own, but it didn't work out as much because, I don't know, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know where to start. I tried exercising a little bit more, but I just felt like my eating habits were still poor, and I don't know, it was just, I needed more guidance. And then it was also one of those things where it was like, I'll start tomorrow, you know, oh, I'll start tomorrow, oh, I'll start my diet tomorrow, and of course, you know, that never works, and you keep putting it off and off and off, and your diet never ends up coming around. So once my graduation day came, and after I saw those pictures, you know, I realized I really need to do something about it, and Weight Watchers popped back into my head, and I was like, well, I really want to join, but I don't really have the money for it. So again, it was kind of like one of those things, but I talked to my parents about it, and, you know, I told them how I felt and everything, and my mom, she was like, well, you know, if it's really something that you want to join, and if you think that you're going to be committed to it, then, you know, I'll help you out with it. And so, yeah, so my mom ended up helping me out, so thank you so much, Mom. Weekend of July. In July of 2012, I joined Weight Watchers, and honestly, you guys, it is one of the best decisions I've ever made, because it seriously has changed my life, and I'm so glad that I joined. I've learned so much through that program. I've learned how to eat healthy. I've learned how to watch what I eat and control what I eat. I've learned how to accept myself, and how to appreciate myself and love myself, and I've learned, you know, how to just love my body no matter what shape it is. I've just learned so many good tips, so many good things. The support that people from Weight Watchers give is amazing, and oh my gosh, I love the program so much, and I would recommend it to any of you. So if you don't know what Weight Watchers is, it's basically a weight loss program. And this probably sounds like I'm being sponsored by Weight Watchers, but I'm not at all. Yeah, it's basically a weight loss program where you get a total amount of points that you can eat per day, and everything you eat is worth a certain amount of points. The whole point of it was, you know, you can't go over your points. You have to try and remain under those points. And some days, you know, it was really easy, and at the beginning it was pretty hard, just getting used to all of that and having to watch what you eat. And that's another thing that Weight Watchers has you do, is they make you, well, like, no one's forcing you to do this. It's, you know, this is all like on you, but yeah, it was your responsibility to track everything you ate. So I would go online and I would put in everything I ate, and I would track throughout the day what I ate, and online it would tell me, you know, how many points like that meal was, or that snack that I had was, and then it would tell me like how many points I've used up for the day, and then how many points I still have left for the day. So, you know, it really taught me how to watch what I ate. And as you started losing weight, your daily point, like allowance of points, would decrease. So like I said, some days were hard, and other days I got the hang of it pretty well. Especially in the beginning, it was hard to get used to the whole thing, and it was hard to remember to track what I ate, because like I said, I never really watched what I ate. I just kind of like, I would just eat. I don't know, I never thought to ever write down what I ate or anything like that. So it was definitely a change in my lifestyle, but I knew it was going to be for the better, so I kept going with it. And the cool thing that I like about Weight Watchers is that you could eat whatever you want. They don't make you, like, you know, it's not one of those programs where you buy their food and then like you eat their food and it's supposed to help you like lose weight. Like, no, it's not one of those. Like, you seriously can eat whatever you want, and you just have to track it, and it's just a matter of watching how much you eat of it. And that's what, I don't know, that's what I loved about it. And I think that's why it's so successful for so many people, is that, you know, you get to eat whatever you want. You don't have to go out and buy all this special food. You can still use what you have in your kitchen, but it's all about making smarter choices. So, so that's really all I started doing, is just watching what I ate and making smarter choices. And it was always the little things that made a difference. Okay, so for instance, when I would go to Starbucks, I would still get, you know, my caramel macchiato, but my iced caramel macchiato, but instead of getting, you know, their like regular iced caramel macchiato, they had a skinny option, so I would get the skinny iced caramel macchiato. Or if I would get like a hot drink, I would skip the whipped cream on top. And then chips too. Chips was like a huge snack for me. But once I started the program, I started looking into healthier options of chips, and then through that I discovered pop chips, and now, oh my gosh, I love pop chips so much, and they're so healthy for you, and like, oh my gosh, I love pop chips. The sweet barbecue ones, those are so good. Or, you know, when I would eat dinner, instead of having like a big plate of food, I would have a smaller plate of food. Yeah, just little changes like that really helped a lot. And then I drank water for everything. Like, I made sure to drink a lot of water. And I'm one of those people, like, before this whole like lifestyle change, I was one of those people where I hated water. I thought it was gross. Like, I just thought it had like a weird taste, and I don't know, like, I wasn't a fan of water, and I found like every excuse not to drink water. But I knew, you know, like that, I knew that it was good for you, and I wanted to make that change of drinking more water. So that's what I did. I started making sure that I drink lots and lots of water. I would make sure to drink at least like 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. It started to become a habit. I don't know, like, now that's all I drink. So it's crazy how, like, you know, those little like lifestyle changes that I started like getting into, now it's just habit. Now it's just habit that, you know, I don't fill up my like a huge plate of food. Like, now it's habit that I just fill like a small plate of food, and it's habit that I drink water like all the time now. So that's one of the things that Weight Watchers has really helped me out with, and I'm so thankful because it really, it just taught me so much. Also, another main thing was exercising. Oh my gosh, I started making sure that I exercised so much more. I started going to the gym at least 3 to 5 times a week. you know, some weeks, like every week was always different. I told myself that as long as I went 3 times a week, then I would be happy with myself. So, you know, at least 3 times a week was my goal. There were some weeks where I just had more time, or like I would be more motivated and I would go 5 times a week. But you know, it's whatever works for you. Even if you're one of those people who you know you don't have a lot of time, like even if you just start off by saying like, okay, I'm gonna go at least like once a week, and you start off by going once a week, and then you say like, okay, this coming week I'm gonna try and go 2 times a week. Then, you know, you go 2 times, then okay, next week I'm gonna try 3 times a week. Then you do that, and you just keep going. That's what I did in the beginning, because in the beginning it was like, it was just a hard like transition to just throw all this stuff in my face, like eating right, drinking water, exercising, like, you know, it was like boom, it was all like very sudden for me. So I took it little by little, and I think that's what helped me a lot too, is that I just took it little by little, and then gradually, like, you know, I started getting into all of these habits. So yeah, so exercising was a huge thing that changed and really helped me lose weight. So like I said, you know, I started getting into the habit of going to the gym a lot, and now it's like it's my life, it's part of my lifestyle. Like now I make sure to go, and now if I don't go during the week, I start to feel like sluggish, and it just, you know, it affects me. So I'm glad that I installed that lifestyle change in my life. Did that make sense? I don't know. So honestly guys, that's really all it was. Watching what I ate, drinking lots of water, and exercising. Those are the 3 main things that I did, and I'm so proud of myself. And if you're someone who really wants, you know, to do this lifestyle change as well, I support you 100%, and I'm here to tell you, hey, you can do it. You can so do it. And I know that, you know, now that the new year is coming, usually everyone's like New Year's resolution is like, oh, this year I'm gonna lose weight. And that was always my New Year's resolution for like so many years. It was always like, okay, this year I'm gonna lose weight. This year I'm gonna get toned, you know. And in the beginning of the year of 2012, that was my resolution. And you know, it took me until May to get started on it. Better late than never. So I'm really proud of myself, and so I've lost 30 pounds. I'm not trying to lose any more. I'm pretty like satisfied with the weight that I am now. I do want to focus on getting more like toned. So like, you know, toning my arms, and I've been working on it, but of course with like the holiday seasons I've kind of been slacking a little bit. But my next goal is to get more toned. So, you know, toning my arms, toning my legs, and then, you know, working on my stomach. My stomach is my like my #1 problem area. I believe in you guys so much, and I know that you guys can do it. So yeah. So if you went through a journey of losing weight as well, then I would love to hear your story and let me know about it. And yeah, so if there's any other kinds of videos that you guys want, then just let me know and I will do them for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped, and thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye everyone!